Hey guys, so we finna start off this video tonight to let y'all know that we haven't been in here in a while, so we are back now. Yeah, and Daddy put up the bottle. I didn't throw the bottle down. Leave the bottle. I took his hand and told him if he wanted to try fixing things with his cousin Nice and kept his arm around her chair while they talked. It was vague. Cars already filled the driveway when we arrived, and I recognized Ryan's truck parked near the garage. Ethan squeezed my hand before we got out and carried the pie while I walked beside him up to the front door. His mom answered and hugged us both, thanking us for coming and whispering that everything would be fine. Inside the house smelled like turkey and stuffing, and family members filled the living room talking and laughing. Ryan sat on the couch with his dad watching us, and he glanced up when we walked in, but immediately looked back at the television. Eric came over and clapped Ethan on the shoulder, asking if we wanted drinks from the kitchen. We followed him, and I felt myself relax away from the main room. Cheryl was in there mashing potatoes, and she smiled when she saw me, saying she was glad I came, thinking the tension wasn't there. Ryan stayed quiet during dinner. He sat at the opposite end of the table and focused on his food while conversation flowed around.
Why not in the fridge, Granny?
His mom pulled me aside into the hallway. This for the past month. She said he was working through his feelings about the breakup and looking to accept that he was sorry. I felt relieved knowing that he was getting better instead of just staying angry. She hugged me and said she hoped eventually family gatherings would feel normal again for everyone. Later that evening, after most people had gone home, Ryan found me alone with neighbors.
Why is she wiggling
He stood in
up?
the doorway for a minute before asking if we
Oh,
could
the
talk
teddy's
privately.
wiggling up.
My heart started racing, but I nodded and followed him out to the back porch where it was cold and quiet. He shoved his hands in his pockets and stared at the ground before finally speaking for how he treated me during our relationship, and especially after the breakup.
Daddy,
He admitted
look.
he took me for granted and never appreciated what we had until it was gone. He said he understood why I left, even though it hurt watching me with Ethan. His voice cracked a little when he mentioned his cousin's name, and I could tell this conversation was hard for him. He said his therapist was helping him see how his obsession with the past had ruined his present. We couldn't be friends, but he hoped I
Kim,
could forgive him eventually.
the charge
I told him I accepted his apology, but I needed him to respect my boundaries going forward. I said I didn't want awkward encounters or weird tension at family events anymore. He sat down. I told him later in the car what I chose to believe that Ethan had earned my trust over these months together. 2 weeks into January, Ethan told me to dress nice because he was taking me out to dinner. He seemed nervous, which was unusual for him since he usually ignored it when we were together. We drove our first official date back when I was freshly single and scared to start over. He held my hand across the table but seemed distracted during our meal. He kept glancing at his phone and I started to worry something was wrong. After we finished our main courses, he excused himself to the bathroom and was gone for almost 10 minutes. When he came back ready, Ethan barely touched his chocolate cake, so I watched him eat today, and he said he was perfect. Then suddenly he pushed his chair back and got down on one knee right there in the restaurant. My fork clattered onto my plate and I felt my whole body freeze. He pulled a small box from his tray pocket and opened it to show me a ring. He started saying he knew it had only been 6 months, but he'd never been more sure of anything in his life. He said I deserved the
You're a
saw me as
flash.
there from day one, and he wanted to be that person for me. I was crying before he even finished talking and saying yes over and over while he slid the ring onto my finger. The whole restaurant
Thank you.
started clapping, and the couple at the next table raised their glasses to us. I realized sitting my face that this was what I thought I'd have with Ryan after 5 years of waiting. And he was giving it to me after 6 months because he was actually sure about us and didn't need years to figure out what he wanted. The ring fit perfectly, and I could tell he put real thought into choosing it based on things I'd mentioned liking.
What gave me
It had a
powder
simple
for
band
Teddy?
with a round stone that held the light when I moved my
Yum
hand.
yummy? What's yummy yummy?
Quickly, and he left the restaurant with me still staring at my ring in disbelief. In the car, he had been planning this for weeks. That's why he'd been so secretive.
What's yummy
He said
yummy?
he'd gotten approval from my parents when he visited them last month, supposedly for work. He'd also asked his parents and even called Mila to make sure the timing felt right, and I was ready for this step. Hearing that he put so much care into planning everything made me cry all over again. We drove home, and I kept looking at the ring on my finger, thinking about how different it felt for all those years of dropping hints to Ryan about marriage. Ethan had
I
wanted
know how
this as much as
Queen
I
know
did,
for
and hadn't
climb.
needed me to convince him.
When your mother used to climb.
To the restaurant, and Ethan pulled out his phone to make a call.
You climb down the party and go
Put
to
them on speaker.
Ouch!
Their excited
I could do it for free.
His mom started
Wait,
crying happy
let me go
tears.
outside.
Dad congratulated us both.
Kim,
saying
there you go.
Ethan had been planning something special.
Kim, there you go.
That's when we were thinking
There you go, pick it.
and Ethan squeezed
We go carry them with. Yeah, there you go. We going
Within the year.
mango, sex, we fully bad. Hopefully no back will don't come for you. Now you can? The back do come for you, there you look 10. I sign off for all the thing is
Straight up here.
yeah, and I get one right between down there.
Where?
Right between down here, I get one. You might not see it, but it's between down there.
Cut it up with some macan button flash.
Can't fall. Can't fall.
You get it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's just these we gotta get up here.
Oh,
If you get it, bring this plate and I'll lash them down.
if George is only down here.
Huh?
If George is only down here. Hopefully you don't have to look for it. Oh, that's too hard. Stop, Ken. Stop. Ken! You don't kill me or something. Hey, good, this is enough for mango enough. You have to get this spade and chop this. All I see is something for you.
That wasn't changing just because of how things worked out.
Get the mango.
She couldn't wait to officially call me her daughter.
You know, ask your sister.
No, I only take it one. Me and Ken try to do all you want. You sit here doing hair. When you are doing hair, go and get bike cut. It's simpler. You could go to, wait, take her again.
Sure, she had everything
You just go to salon. Yeah, you could go to salon.
But she'd also noticed that he never looked at me the way Ethan did.
So me carry around this while you carry around.
No, it's real love.
They said girls is getting worse than man.
Even if it took a
Even
complicated
though they are putting up,
I hugged her
yeah.
and tried not to
Take like
cry
a
because
boss, yeah, say you're strong that week.
The wedding day arrived 6 months after Ethan proposed. We picked a small venue with room for about 6. I got ready with my bridesmaids, Cheryl, and my mom kept crying every time. The ceremony
Are you giving me all these beats for?
the wedding I'd always actually wanted. Both families sat together.
Shut.
And I could see Ryan's mom in the front row wiping her eyes. When Ethan and I said our vows, I felt completely
You
sure.
went peel the mango already?
No doubts or worries. He promised to always choose me first,
I want to
to
say to
never
her,
make me question anything in his life. I promised to trust him and build a real partnership together. After we kissed, I walked back down the aisle as husband and Ryan's mom openly crying happy tears. Said it was the most beautiful ceremony she'd ever seen. The reception was relaxed and fun. Nothing fancy or stressful. It just seemed good for him. They sat at a table with some of his friends and seemed comfortable together. During the cocktail hour, Ryan came up to us and congratulated us.
You just cutting the mango.
No, none of mango cutting. I cut it, I just think this one's actually priced in a sale.
I could tell she knew the whole story, but wasn't bothered to listen.
I feel hard. Me hands scratching a little bit.
Don't wash it. Because it's probably a little scratchy work on it. That's gone. Then before it go over all your body, then memories go come back. Remember? Memories. Yes,
No,
memories red.
No. No.
Me, you get memories in the past.
I felt lucky that I'd had the courage to leave
Calm
and
down.
start over. And I felt lucky that Ethan had seen something in me worth pursuing, even when it complicated his family relationships. We came back from the honeymoon to our apartment, and real married life started. Nothing felt dramatic. Even living
Not
together.
buying it.
But somehow everything felt more solid. Ethan kept
Sorry.
being attentive and considerate like he always had been, asking about my day and helping with chores and planning date nights. I watched him unpack from the honeymoon and put his clothes away, and I thought about how this was what partnership actually looked like. Nice enough. His mom stood up after we finished eating and clinked her glass to get everyone's attention. She announced that Ryan and Jessica got engaged last weekend, and everyone started clapping and congratulating them.
Enjoy your mango.
Genuinely happy.
Good.
Some
Like I
pepper.
worried he might.
Some pepper.